Hey Cryptoverse, welcome to this episode of Crypto Baptist. This show highlights everything about institutions getting into crypto. Today is September 9th, 2021, and I'm your host, Dan. So we have a tweet here from Brian Armstrong, the CEO of Coinbase, saying that the SEC is giving him a hard time on their yield products, so earning interest on your stable coins. The SEC is pushing back, calling them a security. And this is the same issue that BlockFi is experiencing in certain states where they're being told to stop that activity because it's seen as a security, and that means it needs to be regulated by the SEC. So it's interesting to see how this is going to play out because it's not only Coinbase and BlockFi, Voyager, Celsius, Blockchain.com, they're all giving their holders the ability to earn yields. So I think this is going to have a lot of impact on the industry. And this is one of those instances where we just have to push the boundary and then let regulations push back, and then we'll meet in the middle. So this is what it's going to take to get regulators to come to the table and give us further guidance. So I think it's going to be near-term volatility, but long-term advancement. If there's going to be volatility from this, then I would say it's a good opportunity. And then long term, as more regulation guidance comes in, that makes it more safe for retail investors, then that's when we will see the boom. El Salvador went live with its Bitcoin adoption, now as recognized as a legal tender, and then right after the price drop on the same day. So good for them. I'm also hearing some protests in that country from this movement. But again, this is a historic day. And then from there, we have Ukraine now passing a law to legalize Bitcoin. What's interesting here is that they view it as an intangible asset. However, you cannot use it as a form of payment to buy goods and services. So that's weird that it's being treated that way. I'm not sure how the market over there will see Bitcoin or use it. And then we also have Panama getting in on Bitcoin legal tender. I'm gonna have to call my show, change my show about just highlighting institution getting into crypto and now looking at sovereign entities getting into Bitcoin, because I think eventually the developed countries will also have to do the same. So basically we're getting in before the institutions and before the developed world. And the people who gets in early are the ones that are going to be paid out the most. And this week we have a lot of other celebrities getting on board. So we have Stephen Curry from the Warriors getting into crypto. Looks like he's in bed with FTX now, probably as an investor and as an influencer or brand promoter. Same thing with what they're doing with Tom Brady. And I also saw that Reese Witherspoon bought her first Ethereum. We have Busta Rhymes getting into Bitcoin, and Mike Tyson. And what you're gonna see is just more and more people getting into this space, and especially the high net worth individuals, the celebrities, the influencers, they're really gonna have the ability to push up the price and increase adoption. The SEC is delaying their decision on the BANX Bitcoin ETF to November 14th. Now this is the final delay, so they've been delaying this quite a few times already, and this is going to be the final one. So on November 14th, it's pretty much do or die. We're either gonna get a yes or a no on this Bitcoin ETF. Now this falls in line at the same time as the Bitcoin Taproot upgrade. So November is definitely going to be a month to remember. If we get the upgrade plus the Bitcoin ETF approval, I think that's enough to take Bitcoin above 100,000. but fingers crossed. Let's see what November 14 brings. BBVA, a bank in Switzerland, created a next new gen account for anybody. You don't have to be an accredited investor, but you do have to put in at least $10,000. And in this account, you can invest in stocks, ETF, and also in Bitcoin and Ether. So nothing new here, but it's just good to see that banks are opening up to Bitcoin and Ether and now allowing you to buying it in their accounts. This is just a sign that mass adoption is coming. Standard Chartered Bank released some price projections for Bitcoin and Ethereum. So they're calling for Bitcoin to be above 100,000 by end of the year and above 175 long term. For Ethereum, they're seeing 26 to 35,000. And that's at the peak of the market. All right. Overall, good news. We're seeing a lot of adoption. Hopefully we might see some near-term volatility from the regulations that we're about to face. But yeah, overall long-term, good prospects. All right, that's all I have for you today. Take care.